Hello, my name is Robb Thompson. I want to welcome you to my YouTube channel. Make sure that you like this video and subscribe to my channel. I know that it's going to change your life. I want to talk about these 5 things that you can do in order to thrive, not just survive in this world. Number 1 is that you need to have a positive perspective and an optimistic approach. Have a positive perspective in everything that you do. When you come in contact with any individual, they're either positive or negative. They're like the positive post on a battery or negative post on a battery, and you can tell where they come from in everything. So you need to make sure that you have a positive approach and an optimistic outlook in everything that you do, that you can do something, not that you can't do something and you're always working from the negative to the positive. Number 2 is stay as a lifetime learner. Always be learning about your craft. Always be learning about your field, the industry that you're in. Always be learning about the career. Always be learning about what you can do in order to be able to thrive and succeed. Because whether you realize this or not, lifetime learning is completely connected to personal development. That personal development is the very thing that will keep you on. It'll be the momentum that you need. So you're a lifetime learner. You always are positive in your approach to anything. If you even do that just a little bit, it's going to make a huge change in your life. So you have those first 2 things. Here's number 3, stay focused on the bigger picture. When I used to be a package car driver for one of the largest package delivery companies in the world, they gave us a driving lesson, and I was part of a driving school, and they had what was called aim high in steering. Because when people steered their cars, you can tell how people do it all the time, because you have people that just steer with everything that's right in front of them. But when you aim high in steering, when you actually have a bigger picture about different things inside your life, what will happen will be is that everything will be smooth because you're thriving, not just surviving like that person who steers with things that are just in front of them. Always be looking out into the future. Always be looking about where you want to be. Always be looking at what you want to achieve inside of your life. And here is number 4. Choose relationships that build you and don't break you. I can't talk about this enough. As a matter of fact, I could talk the rest of the day and it still wouldn't fill all of the files that need to be filled about this subject. Choose relationships that are positive. Don't live your life as a person who rescues. Don't live your life as a person who just wants to reach out and just help other individuals. Be a person who chooses the positive relationships for life. Don't spend your time, at least right now, while you're building this area of your life. Don't spend your time with negative people. Always choose relationships that will build you. Relationships that are always willing to lift your chin up, not allow you to be able to look down. You don't want to live with individuals who are constantly negative about you, about what you're doing, about your pursuits in life, how you're going about it, how it is that you're never going to make it. You don't want to be around that individual. What you want to do is you want to thrive and not survive. And you do that by building your life with positive relationships. And that is a super important area of your life. I don't believe necessarily that there is anything else that's more important than choosing the right relationships. And that's because even if you don't necessarily have a pursuit today, if you don't have anything that you're really passionate about or anything that really kind of excites you about pursuing with your life, by being around individuals that are positive, what it will do is that it will encourage you to begin to think differently. You'll start thinking about succeeding. You'll start thinking about actually improving. You'll start thinking about the promotion, about producing more, getting more, giving more, loving more, speaking better things to people. That when I use my words to build people up. I don't use my words to break people down. The 5th thing you need to know about thriving and not just surviving in this world is be resilient. Resilient means is that you have the ability to bounce back. You'll get to the goal that you want to get to in life. Just don't allow momentary setbacks to stop you from your permanent comeback. Never allow these setbacks to keep you from where you want to go. Now, of course, you need to really realize that you need to build yourself with right people. You need to make sure that you're choosing the people who will advise you, give you counsel, people that will give you advice. You need to have those right people in your life. That's because you're positive. That's because you're a lifetime learner. That's because you are focused on the bigger picture. That's because you've chosen relationships that will build you and not break you. And that's because you're resilient. You'll always bounce back no matter how hard that things become.